guys! I know there are so many of you out there who loves baking just like me, especially in this lockdown period due to COVID-19 situation where we cannot go out, not just only in my place but every part of the world. And of course, we want our day to become more productive. For me, I made use of my time cooking for my family and baking so many things. And it's my pleasure to share with you guys few of my baked products and some cooked foods, home cooked foods to all of you. I am not a professional baker. I am not also a professional vlogger, but I want to give my best to share with you the most easy, in the most simplified ways, how I make this beautiful loaf bread that I'm going to do today. So it's a brioche loaf bread. It's quite easy. Ingredients is basic and simple, and I do it in a very easy manner so every one of you can follow. So let's get started.
Into my large measuring cup, I add half a cup of warm milk, a teaspoon of yeast, and 2 teaspoons of fine sugar or castor sugar. This is to feed our yeast in order to produce a carbon dioxide, the leavening gas that causes the dough to rise. If there is not enough sugar available, the dough will rise slowly or not at all. Then after mixing, set aside. Next to prepare is our dry ingredients. Grab a large mixing bowl, add a cup of bread flour and 1 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Then mix well. Then add a teaspoon of very fine salt. Then I pour in the last drop of my skim milk powder, about a tablespoon. This is to add the richness and flavor to the texture of our bread. Then take 3 tablespoons of very fine sugar or a castor sugar. Mix all the dry ingredients to incorporate them all before adding our yeast mixture. Then take 3 free-range size of eggs. Break them individually inside the mixing bowl. Then when everything is incorporated, use a spatula or a wooden spoon to continue mixing. Unlike white bread, this brioche loaf bread does not require a terrible kneading. After mixing everything and a very sticky dough has formed, cover your mixing bowl with a cling wrap and let the dough rest for 15 minutes before adding our butter. Then after 15 minutes of resting, take 1 stick of butter cut into small cubes, then add slowly to the dough mixture one at a time. Make sure that the butter has already at room temperature and has softened already. Then use a spatula or a wooden spoon. Cream the butter and make sure that the entire dough has coated with the creamy butter itself. At this point, our dough has been so very sticky, so use your hands to knead the dough lightly, about 5 minutes. Then when you notice that the dough has gathered all together, cover your bowl into a plastic wrap. Put in a warm place and let it rise for about 30 to 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, punch the dough to release the air, then cover again with plastic and refrigerate. We need to refrigerate this for 24 hours. This is to slow the fermentation and to soak the flavor and the richness of our bread when it is baked.
So now it's been 24 hours already, guys, since I made my dough, and it's still inside my refrigerator. Now I'm going to take out so I can complete the process of baking. After you took out your dough from refrigerator, make sure that you sprinkle on top a little amount of flour as well as to your counter table. This is to prevent your dough from sticking to your hands as well as to your rolling pin during the kneading process. But make sure that you will not be tempted to add more flour than what is needed because it will dry your bread and produces more breadcrumbs after baking. After you flatten your dough, roll and form a log. Divide into half. Then prepare a loaf bread pan, grease entirely with oil or butter. This is essential in order to easily pull out your bread from the loaf pan after baking. Then take a cling wrap, brush with oil, cover the pan, and let the dough rest and double in size for 1 hour to 1 hour and 30 minutes. After the dough has doubled in size, take an egg, use only an egg yolk, add about a tablespoon of water, mix well, and brush on top of the dough. Hi guys! This is now the final steps after several resting. So this is our final steps. Put inside in the oven for 30 minutes. And then after that, have a very nice, wonderful, lovely brioche bread. So, see you after 30 minutes. Yeah, my bread is already baking, guys. It's inside in the oven. And while waiting for my bread to cook, I want to show you somebody here. My partner. Hi, Jay! It's his turn to wash dishes every night. Good boy, DJ. Still very hot. I need to cool down this a bit, about 10 minutes before I'm going to take out from the pan, and I'll show you how it looks like. To show you how it looks inside, guys. Look at this. So rich. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching my video and for subscribing my channel. So thank you, and thank you. Until next time, see you.